guys, welcome to this latest episode of the Mufasa Sports Club. As you already know, I'm your host Mufasa, and you already know the drill. Let's continue growing this channel. I would not stop expressing my gratitude for the support that the program is getting. We're getting really close to the 100 subscribers. Once again, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Do not just watch the videos. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. You ring the notification bell to get all the latest updates and all the newest videos that we do provide on the channel. Make sure you like the videos, you comment on them, you share it within your community. We still have a huge discrepancy in terms of people that watch the videos and people that actually subscribe to the channel. So please continue supporting the program. I appreciate everyone who already subscribed, and let's just continue on growing this channel. We're gonna be talking about the NBA, the conference finals that have just ended in the NBA this past couple of days, and give a quick preview of what the NBA finals might look like and what the outcome could be. So we're gonna start with the Western Conference Finals for once. The Oklahoma City Thunder took care of business and finished the series in 5, closing at home against the Minnesota Timberwolves. And just like I was saying, in the previous videos, the Thunder actually are very serious about winning the championship. They did not play around and just decided to end this thing quickly without giving any extra confidence to the Timberwolves by pretty much blowing them out, blowing the doors out in that 5th game of the series. And it's just been a very impressive run that this team has been displaying this season. Obviously, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets the MVP of the Western Conference Finals. Congratulations to him. 2 trophies for him so far this season, with the regular MVP trophy and the Conference Finals MVP trophy, and most likely might win the Finals MVP trophy also if the Thunder managed to win the NBA Finals. So once again, congrats to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for that additional trophy. Congrats to the whole team, the whole front office led by Sam Presti in Oklahoma City Thunder. Like I've been saying in my past videos, this is a front office that have shown once again that you build through the draft and then add on some additional pieces. Guys like Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, Lou Dort that gets picked up as an undrafted player. Alex Caruso gets picked up in a trade, same as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander very early in his career from the Clippers. Cason Wallace, Aaron Wiggins. There's a bunch of young players, and this Thunder team is not going anywhere. I'm expecting them to extend the 3 superstars. I mean, not superstars, but the three stars this upcoming season, and just continue on building. And keep in mind that they have a very interesting player that is gonna be added on that rotation next year in Nikola Topic, who was drafted 12 last year in the last NBA draft, but unfortunately got hurt and couldn't play for the whole for this whole season that is about to end. This is a very good European point guard, a 6'6" European point guard that is going to be added to this mix. And the Thunder also still have like some very good picks in this upcoming draft. So this Thunder team is not going anywhere, and I'm expecting them to be in the mix for a long time, a very, very long time. In this NBA, the amount of effort and consistency that they have shown throughout these playoffs, and the defense that they've been playing, they are very dominant on defense, and that's really what sets up their offense. Of course, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been putting up crazy number. Jalen Williams is definitely proving why he's been an all-star this season in these playoffs, and he's really asserting himself as a number two option on that team. And it's just beautiful to watch. The transition defense, their man-on-man defense, they're really dominant on the ball. It's just an overall great job that has been done by Mark Denlow with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and he's also showing that you can give a chance to new head coaches with not a lot of experience. Trust them, and they can deliver results. They are competent coaches that can come out of these different institutes without necessarily having any experience and lead and change your franchise around. There's a fallacy that the Thunder and the Pacers are also put into rest right now, which is you cannot succeed and achieve great things in small markets. This NBA Finals is going to be a finals between two small markets teams, and this is just a beautiful proof that you don't necessarily have to go to a big market to be a great player, and you don't necessarily have to go to a big market to win an NBA championship. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's a very good proof. And I think the business model, the way these two front offices are currently building their teams, is going to impact a lot of teams in the future, like I mentioned in the past. I think this model of just stacking up big names in the hope of a championship will change, and teams will try to be way younger and way deeper in their rotations to be able to compete for a championship. So once again, congrats to the Thunder. I think they will be beating the Indiana Pacers in probably 4 or 5 games in the NBA Finals. I'm not denigrating the Pacers, but I just think the Thunder has a way better roster than the Pacers. And if they take care of business, if they handle what they have to handle the business, I can't see this thing go past 5. It's just, let alone the hunger that you see on the faces of these young boys. I just think the Pacers have had a great run, but unfortunately, that run will stop here. And like I said, I don't see this series go past 4 or 5 games. Unfortunately, because the lineups that the Thunder can throw at this Pacers team is definitely going to create some troubles to these guys. I think they could, they have a whole bunch of defenders that they can throw at Tyrese Haliburton, whether it's Lou Dort, Casey Wallace, even Jalen Williams can guard Tyrese Haliburton. And the advantage that a guy like Aaron Nesmith was having on Jalen Brunson, I think it's going to be a little tougher on him because of the size of a guy like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who is, towering somewhere around 6'5" or 6'6". So I think the Pacers, the Thunder are a better equipped team to face the Pacers and actually also challenge the speed at which they play than the Knicks were for the Indiana Pacers. The double big lineup with Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein could also cause some challenges to Pascal Siakam. And another reason is the home court advantage. I think the Thunder probably go 2-0 in the first 2 games of the series, and probably still 1 or 2 games in Indiana. Worst case scenario, come back and close. Still at least 1 game in Indiana, and come back and close this thing in 5 at the most in Oklahoma City Thunder, in my opinion. I think the only chance that the Pacers might have in this series is if they've been doing with the Knicks. If they're able to convert as many points as possible off of turnovers, and maybe get lucky with an injury on the Thunder team, a major injury, I might specify, they might have a chance. Besides that, I just think the offensive power of the Thunder, as well as their defensive prowesses and the way they've been great in transition on defense as well, which is one of the strongest qualities of the Pacers, the way they score in transition. I think these are things that could really impact their performances in these finals. But I'm really excited to watch it. And I don't want to take anything away from what the Pacers have been doing this season. Like I've expressed in the past, just major congratulations to their front office. Major props to Rick Carlisle again for what he's been able to accomplish out there. Kudos once again to Tyrese Haliburton, Pascal Siakam, who won Finals MVP on the Eastern Conference side. I think it could have gone to either him or Tyrese Haliburton. I'm not mad at it, but it could have gone either way. And the whole supporting cast that they have out there with Miles Turner, Andrew Nembhard, Nate Smith, TJ McConnell, the whole team is a very deep team that plays very fast, really good in transition, and points off turnovers. So I think that's really what the key was for them in beating the Knicks in 6, even though they got blown out in Game 5 in Madison Square Garden. They made sure they took care of business in Game 6 and not give themselves any pressure or give any hope to the Knicks to compete for a Game 7. So great job again to the Pacers for this conference finals run and winning the East overall. Unfortunately, I think this is where it stops for them. I think they are also pretty well set up for the future. Have some interesting picks in this draft. I think they have the 21st pick. We're probably going to be having, down the line, an off-season overview of what needs to be added or what needs to be done on that team. But I could clearly say the most important thing is that ownership agreeing to, pay the tax this season. Allow them to re-sign Miles Turner and be in the tax and pay the penalty for this upcoming season if you want to continue aspiring to a championship. And these players deserve at least that chance to continue that run and see what they can get out of the roster and the team. I think they worked hard enough to at least get that chance from that ownership, and I believe this will be the case. So once again, congratulations to the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers for this amazing run that we've been watching them. There's going to be some very good games, interesting games, but I just think overall the Thunder will win, like I said, in 4 or 5. Before we get out of here, I'm just going to deviate for a second and address something that I've been seeing on the internet. And this is, I don't usually talk about football like that, but this is something that I've been seeing. And as an Eagle fan, we are not going to tolerate any disrespect or slander towards our way as Super Bowl champions this year. And this message goes to all these pundits and media personalities and everybody who's doubted the Eagles throughout the whole season last year and have started their propaganda again this year already, disrespecting Jalen Hurts, criticizing the past game before he even started already, even though this man has shown in the last 2 games of the season that he could pass the fucking football. I think, excuse my French right here, but this is getting really annoying, and the Eagles deserve way more respect than this. I think Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni deserve way more respect than what they're getting and all these critics already. I know this is good for clickbait and views, but we just deserve more respect as a Super Bowl champion. I was expecting this to stop, but it looks like it's not stopping. Jalen Hurts has been in 2 Super Bowls in 3 years. Something that none of these quarterbacks that you guys continue to put in front of him have achieved so far. So he deserves way more respect for that. And he actually did this with having to deal with a new offensive coordinator every single freaking year since he's been in this league. Put some respect on his name. Every single year, this man had to learn a new playbook deal with new personalities with the offensive coordinators, but he still managed to find ways to win. Ever since he's been a starter, he's been into the playoffs. Put some more respect on him. Lamar Jackson is a great football player, great quarterback. So is Joe Burrow, so is Josh Allen, and all these other guys that you put in front of them. But he has been to 2 Super Bowls and won 1 while being Finals MVP and having a great passing game throughout these 2 games in the Super Bowl. So he definitely deserves more respect, and we're not going to take that from anybody this season. And same goes for Coach Sirianni, who apparently when it comes to the Eagles, the Eagles just had such a stacked team and a great run organization with Harry Roseman. Who fucking cares? Go hire a better GM for your teams, build differently, and have an owner who's willing to spend up front in signing bonuses to better his roster. When things go left, you guys are quick to criticize Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni, but when everything is going right, you don't want to give them the credit and assume that they're just riding the greatness of the team or believing or they're just taking advantage of all the superpower stars that the team has. We're tired of that. Before Sirianni came here, it was a 4 or 5 win team. He came in a tough market in Philadelphia with tough fans, was able to deal with this, continues to deal with it every single year, the pressure that comes with being the Philadelphia Eagles head coach, and is still delivering. So please, miss us with this BS, and if you have a problem with it, just kiss the ring. That's all I'm gonna say about it. And like our head coach always says, you can't be great without the greatness of others. That's what he's been showing and actually teaching his players, and he deserves a lot of credit for being able to put this team together, maintain the harmony and the camaraderie that the team has been showing, and also dealing with a whole bunch of coordinators leaving because they're that good and get head coaching jobs at the end of the respecting season. So once again, the beauty of this thing is also, like my quarterback says, he had a purpose before you guys had an opinion. So we don't care about what you guys say. Just put some fucking respect on our name, on my quarterback, and on my head coach. We're not going to tolerate any disrespect or any slander coming our way this season while being the reigning defending champion. Last year, we could have tolerated that. We've proven that we are the champions and we deserve more respect than this. So like I said one more time, if you have a problem with that, you could kiss the ring. We're going to continue to keep the main thing like my quarterback says. And on that note, you guys have a great one. Thank you for supporting the channel again. Keep on supporting like I've been saying. Subscribe to the channel, share the videos, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thank you.